Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has been in the news a lot lately as talks about reuniting all members of the main opposition People's Democratic Party dominate the headlines. The panel set up to settle the rift between the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, will meet on Friday in a bid to settle aggrieved parties in the interest of the PDP in preparation for the 2023 election. Joining us on this show right now, this morning, as we discuss the internal issues within the PDP and efforts to resolve those issues, is Kola Ologbondiyan, former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party. Welcome to the morning show, Kola Ologbondiyan. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati, and I'm sorry for the disruption from my side.
No problem. We're glad to have you on the program. Quickly, the reconciliation meeting, 14-man reconciliation committee set up to resolve issues between the Wike camp and what is now known as the Atiku camp. Wike camp versus Atiku camp, you know, at the center of the crisis in the PDP. Could not meet yesterday because, according to the reports, there was another event in Yola, and Governor Fintiri, who was to lead the team, was not available yesterday. Now, the meeting, we're told, will take place on Friday. What should we expect? What are the issues at stake?
Well, Dr. Abati, to be honest with you, I can clearly say that there's so much hysteria in the public space over what is Atiku's camp and what is Governor Wike's camp. For us in the party, what's important to us is how do we win election. And if you listen to Governor Wike yesterday, he said that a party that wants to win election will not resort to internal fighting, will not resort to fighting itself. So for us in the People's Democratic Party, what's important to us today is how do we relieve Nigerians of the burden that the APC has constituted itself in government and in their party into. But having said that, whatever the decisions reached within the committee and brought to the party, I believe that largely, because I look at the personalities that are going to be involved in the meeting, I believe and I know that Governor Fintiri, the Adamawa State Governor, has been up and doing as an embodiment, as he called himself, of both Atiku Abubakar and Governor Nyesom Wike. So I believe largely that he's in a position to help the party achieve peace at this moment. But I want to emphatically state that the stage in which we are in the party today is how to win the 2023 election and relieve Nigerians from the burden of the APC and the President Muhammadu Buhari government.
Okay, but that's a good one. You want to win the elections, but you can't win it without this Wike conundrum. You're having a meeting. How quick would this matter be resolved? Because campaign starts in September. And a lot of people said it has dragged for way too long.
Well, thank you, Rufai, and good morning to you.
Morning, sir. Good to see you.
I believe that the party is doing everything within its capacity and ability to resolve whatever issues there are in the party. We should be mindful of the fact that in the last couple of days, I have followed Governor Wike public speeches. And if you look at it, it's already de-escalating the issues at the national. And its area of concentration in the last couple of days is what is happening within the party in Rivers State. And what's happening within the party in Rivers State is within the subcultural group, is within his own political camp, let me put it this way, in the state. Because all the people that the leaders that he's talking about, or the elders that he's talking about, are his own group in the state. So if you follow the public speeches of Governor Wike in the last couple of days, you will notice that there's a de-escalation of the issues at the national and now going to the subnational, which is within Rivers State. But having put that, I believe that Governor Wike's interest is insane. How what he's been doing in the last few years, criticizing the form of government that has underdeveloped our nation, showcasing achievements that will bring the consciousness of Nigerians to the fact that, oh, if we have a PDP government in office, life could be better. And I believe that in doing all that, he's promoting the People's Democratic Party. So whatever the issues are, I give you assurance, they will be resolved.
Well, but Governor Wike has been seen hobnobbing with members of the All Progressives Congress. I mean, recently he's been commissioning projects. Some of those projects were commissioned by members of the opposition. And he has also, most recently, accused members of the PDP of peddling rumors about him, and that the party should focus more on how to win the 2023 election and stop saying Wike did this, Wike did that. Okay? Earlier on this program today, we were talking about Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party also being seen in a photograph with him. And questions have been raised, oh, does this mean that there's an attempt at an alliance, or could this be a harmless, photograph? So what do you say to all of this? Do you think that the fears are being expressed that Governor Wike may be forming alliances away from the PDP, those fears have some merit?
I started by saying that there's so much hysteria in the public space over what Governor Wike is doing, over how PDP will survive and all that. But I had listened to your conversation with the man who came to discuss the issue of the Labour Party. And I discovered that even in your own analysis, and I'm not surprised anyway, you have been in the system, that there are ways that politics work. And there are things that you see in politics that they hardly bother you. Because there are interests that are stronger than what we are seeing in the public. First and foremost, what is strange about Governor Wike inviting people from the opposition party to come and commission a project? He has been doing that. I can recall, he once invited Senator Ali Ndume of the APC to come and commission a project. He once invited the former Governor Okorocha, now Senator, to come and commission the project in Rivers State. In all this, there were no issues about, was Wike going to APC? The discussion then was that he was trying to attract these people to come and join the People's Democratic Party. So he has not done something that I have never seen him done before. But having said that, you talk about Governor Peter Obi going to Rivers State and hobnobbing with the governors of PDP, Governor Nyesom Wike, Governor Samuel Otom, Governor Ikpeazu of Abia State, and a couple of others. We must recall that prior to that situation, which we have also mentioned this morning, that former Governor Peter Odili had a 74th birthday party, and people were there. It is not going to be strange to me if Governor Wike invited his friends or his associates to come and feature in the birthday, to come and give him support in the birthday. I will not be surprised. It will not be a surprise too if Peter Obi if former Governor Peter Obi on his own considered it necessary to say, this is why he's looking for votes now. He will go everywhere. He can even come to me. He can go to you, Dr. Abati. That's what the politician do when he's looking for votes. That's what the politician does when he's looking for votes. So it's possible that he's in Rivers State because he's aware that this event is going to happen. He knows that, people are going to be there. So maybe he sneaked in to say, how can I discuss? But let me tell you something, Governor Wike. I know it and I believe it that Governor Nyesom Wike is more savvy politically to go and put the life of his own political machinery into an arrangement that will stop his candidates from winning the election. I know he will not do anything like that. I'm very confident about that. And I know it as a fact that Governor Samuel Otom has election, is contesting Senate in Benue. And the Senate election and presidential election comes on the same day and at the same time. I know Governor Ekweazu who also has a senatorial interest in Abia State. So you think that they will sit down as politicians and sit out, and they have a lineup in their respective states of candidates. They will now sit it out to a party that they don't have a conviction about its performance. That is not the way politicians do their things. I can clearly say that. I am aware that Dr. Abati is also knows some of these things that we are talking about, and because having featured around too. It doesn't work that way. I have no fear personally. Okay. And I believe that the PDP political machinery has no fear. We will do everything that is possible to ensure that, we go into the election as one, united, indivisible, indissoluble political party. But whether there are these issues of alliance with who, and for what? Okay,
Mr. Ologbondiyan, why is it so difficult for Iyorchia Ayu to leave that position? Because it's the big sticking point now. And he said that he was going to leave if a northern candidate did get the presidency. And Atiku Abubakar has got it. Why is it so difficult for Iyorchia Ayu to leave? Because Wike's camp is saying that's the irreducible point. Why is it so difficult?
I have listened to arguments as they concern Dr. Iyorchia Ayu's position that he has to leave because a candidate had emerged in the north. Some people even said there was an agreement. I am not aware of any agreement in the People's Democratic Party on that issue. But I am aware that Dr. Iyorchia Ayu did say, ahead of the National Convention, where he was elected as chairman, that if the party, Rufai, if you have the context, I want you to read it, please. He said, if the party asked him to leave as a Democrat, he will leave office. The question that will arise, Dr. Abati, has the party asked Dr. Iyorchia Ayu to vacate office? Because when we read the context in which Dr. Ayu had spoken, without taking into the consideration the caveat that if the party asks him to leave, he will leave. We are not reading a summation. We are reading extracts. So the man has said he will leave, but he conditioned his departure to the party, that it is the party that will ask him to leave. And the question is this: has the party asked Dr. Iyorchia Ayu to leave?
Okay, let me give you the context. Mr. Ologbondiyan, yes, let me give you the context.
Give it.
If you go and read Cable, the Cable newspaper, there's a story here that says, rewind 2021, Ayu promised to resign if Northerner becomes PDP presidential candidate. And I'll tell you what the Cable quoted here. Yes. The Cable said, and I read, in a chat with Arise TV at that time, Ayu pledged to step down after a presidential candidate emerges and happens to be in the north. He added that he was willing to do everything to promote the interest and image of my party. Luckily, party positions were agreed and are not tied to executive or legislative position. However, I'm a very democratic person. I will do everything to promote the interest and the image of my party, he had said. Yeah. So you can go and make reference to this something. Rewind 2021, Ayu promised to leave if PDP president not a presidential candidate. It was posted 18 hours ago by the Cable newspaper. You can make reference to it. Rufai. Yes, sir.
This thing is very simple now. Cable is quoting Arise Television. The video in which Dr. Iyorchia Ayu spoke is in public domain. I have not come here to defend or to say that, Ayu must go or Ayu must not go. But I am looking at the context in which Dr. Ayu spoke. And we are on Arise Television, we are on this platform. You listen or you play the version that was recorded on Arise. I'm insisting that the one that I watch, and from the one when Vanguard first reported, it was Vanguard that first reported that story. And if I bring out my phone here, It is clearly there, and I will read it out. He conditioned it to if the party ask him to leave. But look, we don't even need to create issues out of this. The simple question then is that those who are agitating that Ayu should leave for a balance, have they put it before the party? It's a simple. That's the next question.
No, they have.
Or can I, as an individual now? Sorry, Dr. Abati, can I, as an individual now, say that Ayu go and leave your office and he will leave? No, that's not the way a party runs. So those who are making that agitation, they know the route to go through. They know the process to adopt.
Okay, Kola Ologbondiyan, see, the context is this. The Wike camp, which has become an alternative branch of the PDP, is saying that in the light of Section 7(3)(c) of the PDP Constitution, that Senator Iyorchia Ayu's position is no longer tenable, that he should leave. And the Wike camp is saying that this is the irreducible minimum, in their view, for there to be peace in the party. So the matter is before the party. And maybe, this will be one of the issues that the Wike camp and the Atiku camp will discuss when they meet on Friday. However, Senator Iyorchia Ayu's supporters are saying that, look, in the light of sections 45 and 47 of the PDP Constitution, that you cannot just come and say Senator Iyorchia Ayu should step down, because the candidate comes from the north. The second point that supporters of Senator Iyorchia Ayu put forward is that there is a difference between a presidential candidate and a president. And that if the PDP wins in February, then of course Senator Iyorchia Ayu will automatically step down, and the party National Working Committee will be reorganized. But the question I really want to ask, beyond defining the details, is this: what do you think that Governor Wike really wants? He's not been chosen as the running mate. He has said that he doesn't want to be a minister. So what exactly does he want? Beyond the only thing we can hold on to, that he says Iyorchia Ayu should step down. Do you have any idea what he may be looking for?
Well, thank you very much. Before I go into the idea of what Governor Wike might be looking for, what I can say clearly, still on the issue of Dr. Iyorchia Ayu, is that there's what we call a personal burden. So if Dr. Ayu said that he will leave office when the party asked him to go, and there are agitations that he should leave office, but like I said, you are relying on Section 3 of the party's constitution to say that the issue has already arose. Yes, the issue has arose, and he should obey it. The issue has not. The issue is not before the party. That's just the honest truth. If you follow party procedures, because nobody, to the best of my knowledge and understanding, and given what's in the public space, has gone to the party to make this request. And NEC, which has the authority to deliberate on issues like this, have not met. So that is aside. As regards what Governor Wike wants, because he said he doesn't want minister, he doesn't want this, doesn't want that. I don't know what Governor Wike wants. I'm not in his mind, and I follow his appearances in public, and I work by what he says. So as far as I am concerned, Governor Wike remains a party member in the People's Democratic Party. Governor Wike has a lineup of candidates in all the election, and I believe that he will work for these candidates. If there are issues, they will be resolved.
I'd like to ask you, all these meetings Governor Wike is having with people from other political parties, what do you term as anti-party activity?
Well, Governor Wike can meet with anybody. It doesn't mean that it will not mean that what they are discussing is political. I still insist on the hysteria in the public space. Oh, Governor Wike brought in the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, to come and commission project is an issue. Did he not bring Ali Ndume sometimes ago? Did he not bring Okorocha
Mr. Ologbondiyan,
sometimes ago?
Mr. Ologbondiyan,
So, as far as I'm concerned, he's at liberty. He's at liberty. Let me make my point. Okay. He's at liberty to associate with whoever he chooses to associate with. As far as Kola Ologbondiyan is concerned, until Governor Wike go and pick APC membership card, or he go and pick Labour Party membership card, I can say clearly that there are no issues. Okay. When he does that, then we know that the issue has come.
Okay, Mr. Ologbondiyan, so would you probably say, and I will sound hysterical now, that Governor Wike was probably discussing the English premiership with the 6 APC governors that came to meet him? I wanted just to make you laugh. Was he discussing the EPL and Jose Mourinho in Italy? And it wasn't politics?
I cannot recall when Governor Wike met with 6 APC governors.
No,
I can't honestly.
But he met with
but I know,
he met with the APC governors there. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago, where Governor of Lagos was there, Governor of Ekiti was there. There were a couple of other governors too there. So was it probably EPL was discussing?
No. You see, Rufai. Let me tell you something. Ahead of the 2019 election, we had a series of meetings at the leadership of the party with some APC governors. It's allowed. We went to see whether we can take them over and bring them to our party. When the former Senate President, Bukola Saraki, left APC and joined the People's Democratic Party, when the Sokoto State Governor left the APC, Aminu Tambuwa, left the APC and joined the PDP, did it just happen? Oh, people will go and consult. But what I'm saying is this. No matter the consultation, no matter the discussions, until Governor Nyesom Wike go out and pick the card, membership card of the All Progressives Congress, or he goes out to pick the membership card of the Labour Party, they go to no issues as far as I am concerned. People can come and see him, they can come and hold parties, they can come and discuss, they can come and analyze, they can discuss European League, and they can discuss all manner of things. He remains a member of the party, and I believe that Rivers State is a traditional PDP state. And no matter what happened, at the end of the day, people will sit down together, discuss, and move on. What's important to us, Rufai, is that the burden that the APC is must not come back. Failure must not be reinforced. That's our position. And if you look at Governor Wike, that has been his campaign since he became governor. So what will he go? Somebody has said that, oh, PDP has malaria, APC has cancer. Is he going to leave malaria now and go and cure cancer? Let's face it.
Kola Ologbondiyan.
So I don't want our party to, yes, sir, I don't want our party to fall for the gimmicks of the All Progressives Congress. We will not.
Well, Kola Ologbondiyan, we have just about a minute to go. I mean, beyond politics, you're a journalist. You know, you used to do what we're doing here. Now, I will ask you, are you satisfied with the quality of politicking that is going on at the moment in the PDP, in the APC, in the entire space? Because we've been calling for ideas, issues-based campaign. What we're dealing with is just people's ego and minutiae and irrelevancies. When are we going to start discussing the concrete issues that affect all of us?
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati. If you follow the public discourse of Atiku Abubakar, it is manifestly clear. He's talking the issues. He's talking to the issues. He's speaking to the issue of insecurity. He's speaking to the fall of education standard. He's speaking to the issues of economy. He has said he will secure our nation. He has the capacity to secure the nation. He has said that he will unify the nation. He has built friends and political associates across the planet, across Nigeria. And as such, he can deliver this. So, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is talking to issues. You may need to appeal to the Emilio people. And you may need to appeal to the obedient people to talk to the issues. It's not enough to come and say, oh, want to improve on what Buhari is doing, or we will continue with what Buhari is doing without telling us the hows. It's not enough to bring complaint, which we have been doing in the last 7 years, and continuing the campaign, the complaint. Oh, APC is this, APC is that. Oh, what are you going to improve on? Why do you want to do it? Listen to the messaging of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Hear what he has said about insecurity. He said that he wants a restructuring that will lead to devolution of power. He's in support of the state police, which has agitated the minds of Nigerians. These are the issues. On the economy, he believes in private-public partnership. He has spoken to that. There's no issue that you look at that Atiku Abubakar has not raised. What are the others saying? And that's why we are not worried. We are enjoying what is happening. Because Nigerians today have gone around several states to go and tap information, to go and ask, what do Nigerians want? And the question is this: if it is possible for all the Progressives Congress and AP and the Buhari government to take Nigerians back to the era of 2015, where PDP handed over back to them, they will welcome it. Because what they are going through today, Dr. Abati, even the cost of food is another thing.
Thank you very much, Kola Ologbondiyan. I think it will be correct to refer to you as emeritus spokesperson of the People's Democratic Party. Thank you for joining us.